Welcome to the shit the cook the food show. Yeah. First, we're gonna start off by washing our hands. Next, we're gonna wipe down all of our surfaces. Then we're gonna go ahead and grab our pan. And we're just gonna go ahead and fill it up with water. Then we're gonna not die from carbon monoxide poisoning. Then we're gonna set our pan on the stove and then salt it. Now we put on our lid, turn on the gas, and figure out something to do while we wait for it to boil. I think I'll annoy a family member. Now for our ingredients, we'll be using cheese, orzo and peas, and some hot dogs, which we're gonna get straight to cutting. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Come on, man. And now that our water is finally done boiling, we can put in the pasta, making sure to put in just a little bit at the start so that it doesn't boil over, and then we can pour the rest of the bag in. Now we're gonna give it a little stir, and then we're gonna let it sit till it cooks to al dente. Now we're gonna give it a little taste test and see how close it is to al dente. Now we're gonna do one more taste test to see if it's almost al dente so that we can put in the hot dogs and the peas and then they can cook. And it's ready. Now we're just gonna grab our cutting board and slide in all the hot dogs nice and slow and make sure that we're not spilling any on the stove. Now that we got the hot dogs in there, it's time to pour in our peas. Then we're gonna mix it around a little bit and then let it sit so that the hot dogs and peas can cook. Now we're gonna mix it up a little bit again. Make sure that the pasta didn't stick to the bottom of the pan and burn. Now we're gonna turn off the heat and scoop it up. Give it one last taste test because it should be al dente by now. And it looks like it is, so we're gonna take the pan off the stove Then we're gonna go and strain it. Now we're gonna grab the strainer and we're gonna mix around the pasta and the peas and the hot dogs, and most importantly, what we're trying to do here is get as much water out of the pasta as we can. Now we're gonna grab our sliced mozzarella and peel it off, and then kind of just slap it into the bottom of the pan there. Now we're gonna grab some oil and we're gonna put it on the bottom of the pan with the mozzarella. What this is gonna do is it's gonna help the mozzarella cook faster and melt faster. Now we're gonna pour all the rest of our pasta in there and make sure that we scrape every little bit out of the strainer here. Then we're gonna put in some butter, make it a little bit extra salty. Then we're gonna mix it all around. Next, we're gonna grab a few handfuls of our 4-cheese blend and pour that all over the top of our pasta. Then we're gonna go ahead and mix that in too, and make sure that it gets all melted in with the rest of the cheese. Now we're gonna go ahead and turn off the heat, grab a little bit of pepper, and season our pasta, just to add a little bit of flavor. Then we're gonna go ahead and mix around all that pepper, make sure that it gets everywhere, so you get a bit of seasoning in every bite. Now we're gonna go ahead and grab our pan, grab a bowl, and serve ourselves up. Now it's time to grab a fork and dig in.